Today we shall discuss about the potential distribution over suspension insulator. What do you mean by potential distribution over suspension insulator string? In last class we have discussed about types of insulator, right? So here is potential distribution over each disc. What do you mean by disc? Okay, this is a disc. Okay, this one is we call disc. This is a disc. Okay, this here in this is tower and this is the insulator. In insulator there are three discs. You can observe the voltage V1, V2, V3. Okay, they have given a voltage across each disc V1, V2, V3. A string of a suspension insulator consists of a number of porcelain discs connected in series through a metallic links. You can observe that it is a connected in series through a metallic links. And next, it is in connected in series. This is a metallic link. Okay, this small dot is there na, that is a metallic link. The porcelain portion of each disc is in between two metallic links. That is each disc is between two metallic links. Therefore, each disc forms a capacitor C. That is this is known as mutual capacitance or self capacitance. They are saying that between two metallic links there is a disc. Okay, that disc that is nothing but mutual capacitance or self capacitance, nothing but C. Okay, nothing but C. C is nothing but mutual capacitance or a self capacitance. Between two metallic links there is a disc that is that can be called as self capacitance or mutual capacitance. Mutual capacitance alone, they are saying that if mutual capacitance, that is only if mutual capacitance there, then the voltage charging current would have been distributed equally. Okay, potential distribution will be equal if the only mutual capacitance is there. But here you can observe in the figure there is another capacitance C1. Okay, you can observe this is a capacitance between the metallic link and also tower. Okay, this is the point metallic link. What I have done here, this is a metallic link. Okay, between metallic link and also this is a tower. Okay, between metallic link and tower there is a capacitance that we call as shunt capacitance. Okay, there exists a shunt capacitance between metal link and tower. So due to that capacitance, shunt capacitance, the voltage distribution is not equal. It is not uniform due to the shunt capacitance. If you have only mutual or self capacitance, then the voltage distribution will be equal. But here shunt capacitance is there. They try to make uniform distribution. That is what here. So if there were mutual capacitance alone, then charging current would have been the same to all the disc and consequently voltage across each unit. That is each unit nothing but each disc. Okay, each disc across that V divided by 3. It will be V divided by 3. But in actual practice, capacitance also exists between the metal fitting of each disc and the tower. So here this is known as a shunt capacitance C1. Due to shunt capacitance, charging current is not the same through all the discs. Okay, due to shunt capacitance, the charging current in all the disc is not same. So therefore, voltage across each disc will be different here. nearest to the line conductor. For example, this is the disc nearest to the conductor. You can observe this is the nearest to the conductor. That means this will be having a maximum voltage. Okay, V3 will be having a maximum voltage and V1 will be small when you compare with the V3. That will be having a maximum stress. The disc nearest to the line conductor will have the maximum voltage and V3 will be much more than V2 or V1. That means V3 will be greater than V2 or V1. These points, 5 points you need to remember. First one is the voltage distribution is not uniform. Why? Because due to shunt capacitors, and here the charging current through various mutual capacitors are different, and the voltage across the top unit. Voltage across the top unit means nothing but V1. Okay, V1 value will be small when you compare with the V3. The voltage across the top unit farthest from the line conductor is lowest value. Okay, and next they are saying that the voltage across the bottom unit, that means this one V3. Okay, this one bottom unit means this one, have a maximum voltage. The voltage across the bottom unit, which is adjacent to the line conductor, is maximum. Due to maximum voltage impressed on the insulator nearest to the line, it is under maximum electrical stress. Due to it is maximum voltage and it is impressed on the insulator nearest to the line also, it will be having a maximum stress on that. Electrical stress, the insulator nearest to the line conductor is likely to puncture. Hence, here practically the efforts are made to have a uniform voltage distribution as far as possible. Okay, they are trying to make uniform voltage distribution uniform. They are trying that. In case of DC voltage, the capacitor do not play any role and the voltage distribution is obviously uniform. Okay, in case of DC, the capacitors do not play any role here in DC. So the voltage distribution will be obviously uniform. Okay. Next is the string. What do you mean by string efficiency here? By diagram only we can say here voltage across the string. That is a voltage across the string means this is a whole string. Okay, this is a whole string. For example, we have written voltage across the total insulator. Okay, for example, this is the insulator means there are 3 discs. Okay, it may be having more discs. Here I have taken example 3 discs. Okay, 3 discs, that is total voltage is, for example, you take 11 kV. Okay, voltage across this 3 discs is 11 kV. Okay, divided by n. That means n is a number of discs. I have told 3 discs. Okay, that means small n is equal to how much? 3. Okay, and voltage across, that is adjacent to the line conductor, that is here V3, which is connected to the conductor, that is V3. So capital V divided by 3 into V3. That is what? String efficiency. Once again I repeat here. String is defined as the ratio of the total voltage across the string to the product of number of units and the voltage across the unit adjacent to the line conductor. Here string efficiency is equal to voltage across the string divided by n into voltage across the unit adjacent to the line conductor. If I have taken example has 3 discs, then capital V divided by n is nothing but 3 here. If I take 3 discs, 3. If I take 4 discs, n is equal to 4. If I take 6 discs, then n is equal to 6. Then voltage across the unit adjacent to the line conductor. If there are 3 discs, then voltage across the unit adjacent to the line conductor means nothing but V3. Okay. N is nothing but number of unit or disc in the string. String efficiency is an important consideration because it decides the potential distribution along the string. The greater the string efficiency, the more uniform is the voltage distribution. Now we shall discuss about the method of calculating string efficiency. How we can calculate the string efficiency. This is the diagram of that. Okay. This is a tower, and here this is a nothing but self capacitance or mutual capacitance. Remember, C is nothing but mutual or self capacitance. C1 is nothing but shunt capacitance. Because of that only the distribution will be not uniform. Okay. Here consider a string of suspension insulator consisting of 3 discs. Okay, we have taken here 3 discs and the voltage distribution will be C1 is equal to K into C. That is shunt capacitance is K times the mutual capacitance. Shunt capacitance is K times the mutual capacitance. First we shall apply the Kirchhoff law at node A. Okay, if we apply Kirchhoff current law, then here at node A, what you will get? I2 is equal to I1 plus small I1. Okay, these two currents we will add, small I1 and capital I1. That is what here we have written. I2 is equal to capital I1 plus small I1. You can observe here I2 is equal to capital I1 and small I1. Okay. Next, the current through capacitor is the ratio of the voltage across capacitor and the capacitance reactance of the capacitor. IC is equal to what we can write? I is equal to what we will write usually? V divided by R. But here the current through the capacitor is the ratio of voltage across capacitor and the capacitive reactance of the capacitor. So IC is equal to VC divided by XC. That can be written as Vc divided by 1 divided by omega c. Xc is equal to 1 divided by omega c. Omega can be written as 2 pi f. So Ic is equal to 2 pi fc into Vc you will get. Okay. This is what you will get the equation when you solve. Ic is equal to 2 pi fc into Vc. That is V suffix C. Using this equation, we can replace equation 1 as 2 pi fc V2 is equal to 2 pi fc1 V1 plus 2 pi fc V1. Okay. This is I1 is nothing but where it is flowing I1 is small I1 is flowing across capital C1. Okay, so we can write that as here 2 pi fc1 into V1. Capital I1 is flowing across capital C, and also we can write V1. So what we can write here? 2 pi fc V1. Okay, so when you take out common here, 2 pi f will be cancelled across both sides. Okay. So you will get C into V2 is equal to V1 C1 plus C. From this we can write V2 is equal to V1 plus V1 open bracket 1 because C1 C divided by C. You will get 1 plus C1 divided by C, that can be written as K. Okay. So V2 is equal to what? V1 open bracket 1 plus K. To find out the here we should know V value. To know the value of V, we should know the value of V1, V2, V3. Okay. To find out V, we should know the value of V1, V2, V3. So now we know the value of V2. Next we should find out V3 value. Now you apply the Kirchhoff current law to node B. When you apply the Kirchhoff law across here node B, what you will get? I2 plus small I2. That is small I2 plus capital I2. Okay. Small I2 plus capital I2. That can be written as, I3 can be written as what? I have already said I can be written as, if it is capital I, then we can write 2 pi Fc into V3, because capital I will be flowing across mutual capacitance. Small I flowing through shunt capacitance. Okay. So if it is capital I, then you write 2 pi Fc3, that is equal to, here small I2. That means here voltage, what you will write? Voltage for small I2, V1 plus V2. Okay. For small I2, what you will get? Voltage V1 plus V2. 2 pi Fc1 V1 plus V2, and for capital I2 we will write 2 pi Fc into V2. Okay, this is what we have written, replacing I equation in terms of capacitance and voltage. Now from this 2 pi F is cancelled on both sides. Next CV3 is equal to, that is capacitance, CV3 is equal to C1 open bracket V1 plus V2 close bracket plus C into V2. CV3 is equal to C1 V1 plus V2. We can write it as what we got in the second equation. Can you observe? V2 is equal to nothing but V1 open bracket 1 plus K. Replace, instead of V2, V1 1 plus open bracket 1 plus K. Okay. Instead of V2, you replace the in terms of V1 and K. Okay. Next, using C1 is equal to Ck, replace, instead of C1, write C into K. Okay. So C into V3 equal to, C1 is replaced in terms of C into K, and V1 plus V1 2 times. Okay. So 2 plus K close bracket, V1 is common here. So plus C into V1 1 plus K. Here C is common both sides, so it get cancelled. V3 is equal to, you will get V1 is common, so take out this common, open bracket K plus 2 plus K and 1 plus K. This is a V3 value. Okay. Now voltage between conductor and earth is V is equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3. Now we know the value of V2 and V3 value. Okay. When you solve this V3 value, what you will get? 1 plus 3K plus K square. Okay, that is what they have written here. V1 into 1 plus 3K plus K square. Total V is equal to V1 plus V1 close bracket open bracket 3 times. Okay, 3 times plus 4K plus K square close bracket. This is the final equation V. But here equation 2, 3, from equation 2, 3, 4 we get that V1 divided by 1, V2 divided by 1 plus K and V3 divided by 1 plus 3K plus K square is equal to V divided by, that is what we got, 3 plus 4K plus K square. If you solve this equation 3 plus 4K plus K square, you will get K is equal to minus 1, K is equal to minus 3. That is what they have written here, V divided by 1 plus K, 3 plus K. That can be written as here voltage across top unit, that is V1 is equal to, what we can write, V1 is equal to V divided by 1 plus K, 3 plus K. And next voltage across second V2 is equal to what we can write? V1 into 1 plus K. Next, voltage across third unit from top 3, that is V3 is equal to V1 1 plus 3K plus K square. This is what? Voltage across top unit V1, V2 and V3. Okay. Now, percentage of string efficiency. Voltage across string divided by N into voltage across disk nearest to the conductor. That is V divided by 3 into V3 into 100. More the value of K, greater is the non-uniformity. That is, and lesser is the string efficiency. First, you need to write the equation across node A, and next I is equal to 2 pi Fc into Vc, and that you need to replace equation 1 you need to replace in terms of capacitance and voltage. From that, if you find out V2, next you should write the same Kirchhoff current law at node B, and next you should solve again and find out V3 and total voltage you add. Next, from equation 2, 3, 4, we get that V1 divided by 1, V2 divided by 1 plus K, and V3 divided by 1 plus 3K plus K square. And finally, V divided by what you will get here? 3 plus 4K plus K square. If you solve that, 1 plus K, 3 plus K. Oh, okay. So we can write that voltage across top unit, what we can write? V1. When you compare these two, V1 is equal to V divided by 1 plus K, 3 plus K. And what about V2? V2 is equal to, we can write that V1 into 1 plus K. Okay. V1 into 1 plus K. And V3, we can write V1 into 1 plus 3K plus K square. This is what across each disk. Okay. When you come final percentage of string efficiency, voltage across string, that is voltage across string is V, and if you take example as 3 disk, then 3 into V3 into 100. Okay, this is what string efficiency. In next class we shall discuss with the problems on that. Okay.